What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists out there? Welcome to this little projects video where I'm starting working on some of my Ghostbusters miniatures. I said I wasn't going to paint them, and I probably won't paint them all, probably. But, well, this started with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which we'll have a look at in a moment. And I always knew I wanted to paint him, challenging because he's white and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to paint, you know, pt1, the car that they travel around in, possibly the characters. I don't know about that yet, but when I was cleaning up some of the miniatures, I thought I might want to try some things on some of the miniatures. As I was getting a bit overzealous with the cleanup, so I broke off a couple of them, these little guys here. We'll have a closer look in a moment. But yeah, so I've had to fix and repair them, you know. And so what we'll do, we'll go to the bench and we'll look at how I'm going to paint them, possibly. And the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Let's have a look. Well, here they are. Here's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. As you can see, you know, you could leave him like that. It's just a board game after all. But these little gribbly things, I thought I might want to paint some of them up. Just you know, I've dug out my, excuse me, my technical paints that we had for the, I think they came out around the time of Age of Sigmar, or the second Age of Sigmar box set. Nighthaunt Glooms, technical paint. I think it was a prelude, forerunner for the contrast paints, if I'm honest. So I'm just going to try a bit out on like my white palette. Not my white palette, my white So now I could paint these white. Thing is, I used to have, don't think I've got it anymore, or perhaps I used them up. I thought, well, I've got white, I know that. So I've got white as a primer. Probably use that for them. I used to have a ghost grey, unless I used it all up. I probably used all that up, thinking about it. Yeah, in fact, I'm nearly 100% sure I did. So that won't be any good. That's okay. That's okay. Alright. So for the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, I feel I'm going to have to hand prime him anyway. Because he's very smooth, and I feel that if I hand prime him, that will give me some sort of texture, if you know what I mean, for future layers of paint to adhere to. I'm just checking out some of these mold lines here. Literally checking them out. Because we don't want that. He's very smooth though, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So what I thought I would do is I would hand brush primer him and then airbrush consequent layers of paint on to, because I don't know, I just think that would be better. I'm just looking at his mold lines here using, actually this is my old mold line remover because I can't find my new one. Wasn't very well organized with. I don't know how long this video is going to go on, by the way, but you can obviously check in the window, see how long it goes on for, so you will know how long this video is before I do. Actually, how strange is that? I know this is just a board game piece, but it's quite a big piece, and yeah, I'd like him to be quite well done, reasonable, so that we put him on the board. It's like, whoa, it's a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, not just, whoa, it's a big white plastic thing. So that's a thing. So these little gribblies here, probably going to experiment. Yeah, probably going to experiment. I mean, I could do the Night Haunt glue. I might, you know, do it on some of them. But what if I used an actual contrast paint on a white? Primer. Yeah, see, that one's a bit on the dark side. Ultramarines blue. Now that might work. That could work. That could work well. You've got Soulstone blue, which is another technical paint, which more for doing gems and things, but okay, that's quite close. Quite like that. Soulstone blue. Ultramarines blue. Very dark. Yeah, so you might be using Soulstone blue. Yeah. Well, this is good though. This is good. Either way, I've got to prime these dudes. And these have got to be painted because to cover up the what do you call it? Anomalous. Oh shit! I can't even think of the word now. Postures, for want of a better word. Right, so these guys really. I want to use a. Actually, no, I'm going to use a wash brush. Sorry, edit that out. I'm going to paint white onto these dudes. I don't know how well the paint will adhere to them. But you know, I want to do it. It's not. I suppose thinking about it now, the more I think about it, it's not so much whether the miniatures are super high detailed and are worthy of paint or whatever. I just enjoy doing it. You know, that's what I've realised. I just enjoy doing it. I did the same for Mansions of Madness. Probably I'll do the same for all my board games. You know, I think I will probably. What I'll try and do is not get too much of this on the base. Perhaps I could do I don't know, just a grey base colour or something. I don't know. Don't know. The primer seems to be adhering quite well. So I hope the same will be true of Mr. Stay Puft over there. There. So that's good. And I'm doing the other one now. I'll show you them once they're done. So this is really my experiment. Let's see if I can get... These are supposed to be like ghostly, gribbly things. Alright, so... yeah, so this will be good. I don't even know what they... I haven't looked at the book yet. I don't know what these are. Just catching ghosts, you know. So that is that. That's pretty good. Now I've got some more white to use up, so... do I use it on now? I don't... No, I'm going to use it on these. The reason I broke... Come in. Everything alright?
Yeah. Just had the bottles of water delivered.
Oh, yeah.
Rufus came to the door.
Oh, did
I
he?
said, do you want to come out and have some air?
Hey, buddy.
I don't think he does really,
Hey,
but
Rufus.
he's let me carry him all along.
Can I see him?
Hey?
Can I see him? Hey, Rufus, you like boy? You good boy. You good boy.
He's shaking still.
Such a good boy. Hey? Oh, everything right?
Yeah. Yes, I'll go back.
How's it going?
Oh, all right. The person who's been there since January, I've just, well, shown her how to do something. In fact, I did it for her. So.
Hey, Vicky.
Oh, I'll do first. I'll take you back to
84.
84, yeah. Thought you might want a bit of fresh air.
Yeah, Rufus. Well, it's good to get some fresh air.
I've got you. I'm not going to let you go.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Just had a visit from my poorly dog. My wife brought him out today. She felt he needed some fresh air, so she took him out the garden. She had to. He's not doing too well, but he's yeah. He seemed pleased to see me, anyway, which is good. So yeah. Anyway, back to these. I'm just going to use up the paint I've got out. Just going to use it up. What I might do is 4 of one colour, 4 of another, and do it that way. I think that would be best. Or shall I do the types of gribblies? Yeah, that might be. Maybe that would be better. Yeah, so this is really, I'm experimenting as I go here. So once I get these done, I can go on to the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He was easy to wash, obviously. I mean, look at him, he's just solid. piece of cake. But, you know, he does need some, not abrasions as such, but he needs a little tiny bit of texture, like lines of a paintbrush. So I'm going to spray him after. I want it to kind of adhere. So if I do it by hand, that'll give it a little bit of more texture than spraying it. Right, so that's him done. Right, that's them done rather. Now I'm going to prime him in grey, because I think that would be better for him. Very top heavy because it's just mental size miniature, it's just huge. So let's give this a bit of a shake on my grey. Yeah, I must have used up my ghost grey. Ghost grey actually lighter than normal grey. Sorry, darker than normal grey, I think. Grey is lighter, which I was wondered about. Right, so Mr. Stay Puft. I'll hold him by his base as well, not just that, because he will fall off else. Right, so just pop this on. A lot of bubbles here. See, I thought, well, how am I going to highlight white? The best way I could think of doing it was to start with an off-white and work up to white. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. Exactly what I'm going to do. So primed in grey. Yeah, you can see the brush strokes here. Then I can spray him with an off-white. Or a couple of off-whites actually. I'll spray him with an off-white. A Xanator spray with a lighter white or a lighter off-white. And then I could do some edge highlighting on him, can't I? I think that's, you know, going to be the best way of doing it. Yeah, that'll be the best way of doing it. And this will bring my project to, oh, he's coming off his base. He's just too heavy for this thing. I'm going to have to peel him off. Just hold him by the absolute bottom rim of his base here. He's very heavy miniature. He's a big guy, big guy. Piece of cake miniature to paint in terms of access. Yeah, really good. Don't know what I'll do his base space in, but I'm going to do that because it's such a big footprint. I'm going to do that too. So I'm really making all this up as I go along. I have no pre-planned anything with him really. See, or I could just whack a contrast paint all over him after this has dried. I don't know how that would look though. I could probably do that anyway, like apothecary white. I could probably do that anyway, because some of the it might stay in some of the cracks and crevices and recesses when I come to spray him. We could, we'll see. This is good. This is good. Right, so this is where I'm at with him. I'll just pop him down like so. That's how it's going to work. Yeah, so as you can see, the white on the other ones, it's not covered that well. That's a little disappointing. I wonder... I just put a bit of grey. Yeah, white and grey, eh? Wow. There. That is pretty awesome. That's how I'm going to approach them, I think. I mean, Slimer might be able to get away with this Hex-Ray Flame. There is one Slimer model in the box. Yeah, Hex-Ray Flame for the win on that one, I think. Definitely. Definite. Right. See, that seems to work quite well. So I just got to wait for that lot to dry now. And then, yeah, do you want to have a closer look? If I zoom in a bit, you can, well, not quite that far maybe. So there is Mr. Stay Puft, just with the grey primer on now. And these are the Gribblies. So that's my thoughts on what I'm going to do with them. Thanks for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to war. I'll see you on another video. Bye for now.